Hi there. Here's another mini video on BridgeMaster Play. Here the contract is 4 spades. Opponents have led ace of hearts. You can only afford to lose 3 tricks. Immediately, you know that you will lose 3 heart tricks. Look at this. You definitely will lose 3 heart tricks. So you cannot afford to lose one more trick. The good thing is that your spade suit is solid. You have all the top cards in the spade suit, 8 of them. Opponents have 5. Okay, so what can you do to avoid the additional loss of a trick? Obviously, with 7 total diamonds, you could, for example, hope to run out the diamonds of opponents so that the remaining diamonds can be used to discard. And in this case, discard the 2 of clubs. All right, but to do that, you would first have to avoid opponents being able to rough your diamonds. But notice how your only high cards in dummy are your diamonds and your spade suit. So that means you have a problem. For example, all right, so far so good. Now, you can't play the diamond straight away because you need to get rid of the trumps before you get roughed. But let's say you want to do this. Now you have a problem. Opponents could be split 3-2 in diamonds. But now if you go over and win the first 2, for example, your third is probably going to be lost to the opponents. And supposing you want to go back up to make good your remaining diamonds, you can't. There's nowhere for you to go back up to diamonds once you have exhausted the 2 diamonds here. Let's right. So let's make this concrete then. Oops. So there's no way you can avoid the loss of a trick. Let's try this again. Okay, so you can't really promote the diamond suit. That means you're going to have to rough these 2 on the dummies spades, which you can because we've got all the top cards in spades, right? So we've got plenty of top cards, all right? But let's see where there might be a problem also. Okay, let's try and rough. Oops. You now have just these 2. And guess what? You get roughed because you haven't actually drawn all the trumps yet. And you couldn't draw the trumps because you roughed with the queen of spades, that left with the ace of spades, which you had to keep on winning in dummy. And therefore you couldn't draw all trumps in time. So let's do this again. So the key here is, because you have to draw all trumps, you must be able to come back down to the hand in order to draw the remaining trumps. Therefore, you must recognize that you need to rough high. Once you ruff high, your queen can be played down to the hand and you can draw the remaining trumps. For beginners, they often ruff without thinking, or they often play without thinking about their entries. So this is one example where you need to think about your entries. And voila, you have now made your contract.